There'd be more testing or testing done for water quality in schools.
Governor Snyder taking action to get clean water flowing back to Flint.
Yeah, Flint's water crisis is getting worse. New testing shows lead in the water inside Flint schools.
At the same time, the governor is now brokering an expensive deal to reconnect Flint back to the Detroit water system. 7 investigator Jim Kurtzner has been all over this story and is back live in Flint now. Jim.
This is all about money Flint does not have, as well as health and safety issues. And as you said, new testing now finds lead in the water inside this elementary school with 380 students. It's one of 3 schools with this serious problem, and it may not end here.
We found some concerns in some of our testing of the schools of Flint, and we want to be proactive on that. So we're going to ask for additional people resources and effort to go into those to make sure we're doing right by the children as they attend school.
Flint got into this mess right here when this old water treatment plant that sat mostly idle for 50 years went back into service, processing Flint River water over money. More on that in a second. Then health concerns were raised last month when Flint's Early Medical Center showed lead levels in young kids had increased 2 times, 3 times. Even more alarming now today, state officials saying they found lead in the water in 3 Flint schools that are well above federal levels.
More detailed sampling needs to occur so that various sources of lead contamination contained with each prospective school's plumbing can be identified and addressed.
Next year, Flint will tap into a new shared pipeline being built from Lake Huron over to Flint. Until then, it will cost $12 million to return to buying Detroit water. The governor's plan would kick in $6 million from the state. The Mott Foundation in Flint kicks in $4 million, and the city $2 million. People here in Flint have been outraged for months and say today's action is not just out of need, but also out of shame.
Because it became national, that our water was no good, that it was poisoning our children, that it was contaminating our minds of our children, and that it can't be reversed.
Now, next hour at 5, the governor responds to critics why he finally came here to Flint today, and it will take 2 weeks for Flint to reconnect with the Detroit water system to get all of this financing in place. Live in Flint, Jim Kurtzner, the Now Detroit.